Hey, pleasant good evening to you from Roseville Arena. High school hockey for you. A Suburban East clash between the Stillwater Ponies with a record of 8-2-1, 3-0 in the Suburban East. That's good for third place. And the Roseville Raiders 8-4-1 on the year. Very successful out of conference, not so successful inside it. They're 0-2-1 in the Suburban East. That's a tie for seventh place. Let's get the starting lineups. Alex Reedy gets the start in goal for Stillwater. Dylan Keeley getting the starting goal for Roseville. Colin Heights and Egan Hyber opening on defense for Roseville. Landon Steffen, Luke Steffen, and Tommy Malloy, the starting lineup up front for the Raiders, who, as we mentioned, out of conference this year are 8-2. In conference, they have yet to record a win, but are looking to change that tonight against the Stillwater Ponies. The Steffens, Landon, and Luke, hoping to have a big night tonight here on home ice. And it's time now for the national anthem. The national anthem, and now the opening face-off tonight. The goaltenders for Stillwater, it's Alex Reedy making his second start of the season. 1-0. 2 goals on 26 shots in his only appearance. Goals against is 1.77 and a save percentage of 92.3%. For Roseville, it'll be Dylan Keeley, and we saw him have quite a night in the last contest here against Screeton-Durham Hall, which resulted in a tie. 4-4 Keeley, 3-3-1, 28 goals, 206 shots. Goals against is 4.10. Save percentage 86.4%, and he has no shutouts. Stillwater is in the road black, red numerals, and they'll work left to right as we call this first period for you. Jeff Pappas, my name. Glad to have you along here. Forget tomorrow night, coming up on the Youth Hockey Hub. Friday night ice coming your way from the Bloomington Ice Garden. The feature game, Mankato East and Mankato West. And that will take place about 7:30 tomorrow night. We are ready to go here for the opening face-off. It'll be Carson Kingbay, number 10, facing off against Tommy Malloy for the Raiders. Puck down, game is underway. Ponies in control. And it's played into the Roseville zone, and going back behind the net for it is Hyber. He plays it up the wall. And Luke Steffen trying to get out of the zone. Now comes loose in front, and there's a shot that goes wide of the net from King Bay. Now played back into the Stillwater zone, and it's going to run to the right of the goal. No icing. And it's played back on the far side where it's controlled by Braden Wenner, number 15. Now cleared around to the near side. Roski. Daniel Roski's pass to center ice is tipped down at neutral ice by Brody Dustin and then played back into the zone. Luke Steffen going after it for Roseville. Now played back into the Raiders' end, and it's going to be banked off the wall and out to center ice. Turning with it there is Landon Steffen. He plays it in. Landon Steffen, 38 points. Luke Steffen, 36 for Roseville. Now it's a pass down the near wing, and here comes Tucito. He's over the line, and he takes a long shot. Stick save there by Keeley, and the rebound is cleared back out to neutral ice. Here's a swipe and a steal, and over the line, a chance for Kellen O'Rourke. He takes a shot, and Reedy makes the save. Back comes Stillwater. And here's Ethan Bernier playing it into the zone, but getting there first. Prentice Meyer behind the goal for Roseville. Clears up the wall, and it's going to run back into the Stillwater end. Back for it there is Morgan Spetz, number 26, back around on the near side for Carroll. Wyatt Carroll tips to center ice. Blake Vanek playing it. And now loose at center ice. Vanek takes a bump in against the wall. Now picked up, and here comes Jacob Villela back for Roseville. Takes a shot, and it goes off the blocker pad of Reedy into the netting and out of play. We played a minute 43 of the opening period. No score here from Roseville. The Steffens, we've talked about them in every game we've done here this season. 36 out of the team's 61 goals this year have come from Landon or Luke Steffen. The next leading scorer after that, the next leading goal scorer is Kellen O'Rourke with 4. Certainly a dynamic duo, and they're playing on the same line here against a good Pony team. Now played over to the near side, and it's backhanded ahead by Nathan Harvey, and that's broken up at the blue line. Comes out to center ice, and now back into the Stillwater zone. Scusa feeding it across for Will Kane, who starts up. And Kane over the line, and it's offside. So we're going to face off at neutral ice. 2:09 gone now in the opening period. Not much going in the early games to this point. Spring Lake Park has defeated Bloomington Jefferson 1-0 in overtime at the Bloomington Ice Garden. Duluth East over Brainerd 4-1 at the Essentia Center. Chanhassen leads Prior Lake at Dakota Ice Center 3-1. Chanhassen ranked number 3 in the staff poll this week for YHH. Now here's a pass over to the near side, and Myers can't control it. Winds up in against the wall, and now fed to the right point. Here's a shot that's blocked as it came down off the defender, Nathan Harvey. Now into the corner, we get a shove in the corner boards. Puck runs up the wall, and Roseville will try to play it up and chip it off the wall, but now it comes back deep, and Hyber has it there. Plays to the point, held in there by Scusa, and it's played down behind the Roseville goal, and Stillwater will set up. Centering pass intended for Scusa, broken up, and played on out to center ice. Stillwater in control. Banked over to the far side, and then spinning there is Wenner, trying to get away from Luke Steffen. Now played to the line, and here's Landon over the line. Back to Luke Steffen in front. A backhand shot partially blocked by Wenner. Now laid down Landon Steffen in the corner, working there against Ben Peterson. And it's dug out. Landon Steffen is body checked to the ice, and here's Wenner. Behind the goal. Starts up the left, and Stillwater will weather that threat. It is played in behind the goal. Meyer going after it for Roseville. He takes his man in against the boards. It's behind the net now. A centering pass comes up the slot, and there's a shot that goes wide from Blaine Batchelor, who scored 5 points this season. Now Roseville trying to play it ahead and are unable to do so. It's taken back at neutral ice, and a pass down the near wing for Roski. He's over the line. And a teammate breaking for the net. There's a shot sticked away before Batchelor could get to it. Now Meyer will flip one off the glass to center ice, and now it's played on into the zone. Reedy sets it up behind the net, but O'Rourke gets there first, centers it, and he pays the price for that as he takes his seat to the right of the goal. Now a pass to the right wing is picked up, and here's Batchelor. He's over the line, sidesteps one, but not two, as O'Rourke back checking comes to the puck in the near corner. Played out to center, and it's now Stillwater in control there. 12:40 to go in the period. They'll play it on into the zone. And going back for it there is Charlie Cray for Roseville, and he plays it back behind the net. It comes in front, and a shot stopped there by Keeley. An opportunity off the wall for King Bay there. And Stillwater now holding possession. They go behind the net, fed to the near side, a centering pass, and a shot is blazed wide by King Bay. 12 points on the season, 4 goals and 8 assists. King Bay now cuts for the net and then could not control the centering pass. It's in from the wing boards. Tucito is after it there, and it's played down behind the net finally. Stillwater with a good stretch of possession here, and it's going to be cleared towards the wall. O'Rourke after it, but then he backs off, and Stillwater in control now with another centering pass as they try to find Brody Dustin in front. Comes to the right point. Here's a shot that goes off the sliding defender Villela and comes to the near boards. Now it's going to be played high in the air past the point men and back into the Stillwater zone as Roseville gets a needed change here. Long pass down the wing. And now a cross-ice pass for Dustin as he comes in over the line. He leaves a drop pass controlled there by Ethan Bernier. The Dustin beside the net, and he couldn't get any purchase on that shot. And finally, it's behind the Roseville net, and the Raiders come out. 11:20 to go. A pass at center ice, picked off, and a smashing open ice hit, utterly accidental and extremely effective as Dan Cheetah threw a hit. Here's a shot right on, and a rebound steered away as the puck came to the near boards, and Gale had a good chance. Now played back behind the net. And it was Wyatt Carroll that took the worst of that collision for Stillwater, as Cheetah just ran him over and now played all the way down the ice. That'll be icing on Roseville with 10:45 to go in the first period. No score here from Roseville. Osseo and Blaine just starting tonight at Fogarty. Minnetonka and Buffalo playing in the Buffalo Civic Center tonight. And Minnetonka has a 2-goal lead in the first period there. Matamidi 2 up on Tartan at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. That game also in the first period. Face-off. Golfed around the boards on the far side, and this is Luke Steffen. It ran off his stick, and it's stolen there by Blake Vanek, who plays it to the circle, and then he spun around. Luke Steffen throwing a hit. Runs to the circle. Malloy had a poke at it. And now here is Stillwater trying to come back in front. Finally, it is intercepted, and Stillwater breaks out. And over the line, Landon Steffen tries to cut to the slot, dispossessed by Roski. And now played through neutral ice. Here comes Stillwater back. Pass from the right from Myers. Here's a shot that's right on, and a glove catch made off Kylainen by Dylan Keeley in a face-off now with 10:11 to go in the opening period. Again, tomorrow night, Friday night ice here on the Youth Hockey Hub, the third of 4. I will once again be joined by the estimable Mike Greenlay for that game. And my thanks to Zach Schneider for covering last week up in Duluth after the passing of my mother last week. He did a wonderful job. Now here's Villela racing in, and he is stapled to the boards there. The puck comes behind the net and controlled finally by Sundin. Now Villela in the corner. Sundin in to help him out, and the puck is finally dug out by Kane for Stillwater. Kane hooked at there by Villela, plays to the near side, and it's going to come into the zone. Myers chasing after it, but it's going to be picked up by Meyer first. And now a breakout pass up the middle. Here comes Roseville. 9.5 to go in the half. It's played over the line, and a shot is blocked. Came off Meyer's stick. Now chipped towards the right point, held but only briefly. And here's a 2-on-1 with a trailer over the line. Stillwater centering it, and Sundin, the defender, blocked it. Colin Sundin with a nice defensive play, and now back comes Roseville. And they will come out as they finish a change. It's played into the zone. They had many more than 6 on the ice there and managed to avoid sanction for it. It comes out to center ice, and here's Malloy in the center circle playing it ahead. And this is Luke Steffen dropping to Landon. He closes, he fires, he's over the top. Comes to the far side, controlled now by Hyber. Is on the half wall. The puck leaks downward and is controlled by Spets for Stillwater. Fed to the far side boards, and now here's Jax McGlynn over the line. Takes a shot and a save made by Keeley. And we'll get a face-off just about halfway through the first period, but that line change for Roseville a little bit problematic. They had 7 on the ice for several seconds. Now from the draw. Played back in the right corner, but no harm, no foul, and we remain at even strength. Now a centering pass picked off, and a Little flip clear is played down with a high stick, and Roseville carries on to take off any sanction there as it comes to the right of the goal. Reedy sets it up to the near side for Batchelor. And now here's a drive that goes over the top from Heights. Now behind the net, Ben Peterson for Stillwater plays it up the wall. And Batchelor is pinned to the boards by Malloy. And it's dug out finally. Luke Steffen to the point. Here's a shot deflected down in front. And a good chance there by Heights. He had a screen set up and it shot all the way down the ice. That'll be icing on Stillwater with 8:01 to go. And the remnants of a broken stick are going to be cleaned off the ice as we come back to the right of Alex Reedy for the faceoff here in the Stillwater zone. We want to thank those that are watching around the country, we know, as we were informed at the Goaltender Cafe in this fine facility. They have no reason to lie to us that we have a audience literally from coast to coast. We're happy to have you along here on the Youth Hockey Hub. Wenner behind the goal takes a hit from Villela. Comes to the near corner. Roski after it, and now Sundin is on him. Now Sundin behind the net, and Kingbay in the left corner. Dancing around back there. Finally, he gets full possession. 7:40 to play in the period, and here comes Kingbay. Down the left wing from the red line, he will shoot it ahead, but it's going to come right back to him off a skate. Villela after it, and Roseville will start out. Villela rink-wide pass to the near side to an open wing, and they got to catch that. Now played back into the Stillwater zone. After it there is Roski behind the goal. O'Rourke forechecks him. Long pass up the near wing, and it's picked up at center ice by Tucito, and he plays it in. Behind the net, Keeley sets it up. And Roseville will try to come out up the middle, and they will get to the blue line, but no farther as it's turned back in. And here's a shot that's off the defender, wide off the stick of Kingbay. With under 7 minutes to go in the first period. Now it's played back into the Stillwater zone. And here's Roski with it. He feeds the right side. And now rink-wide it into the Roseville zone deep. Now it's played all the way back, and it's going to come into the Stillwater zone. No icing here, as it's picked up there by Wenner, and he clears around on the boards on the near side, and Tucito plays it to center, and that's tipped back deep into the Roseville end. Stillwater will get a change as Hyber comes out the left side. He's having trouble there, but feeds it up the boards to Luke Steffen, and now on a drop, Landon Steffen tried to get it back to him, and that's stolen away. Now here comes Stillwater back. A centering pass is steered wide of the goal there. Now to the far board, it's going to be controlled there by McGlynn. And he plays it to the left side of the net. It comes up the slot. A shot blocked in front, and Roseville will carry out to center ice. And all tied up there was Gale for Roseville, and it's played back in. Under 6 minutes to go. And the puck comes out to center ice. It's 3-on-3. Roseville over the line. Luke Steffen along the boards, plays it down deep, and Landon will chase after it. But getting there first is Harvey. He reverses the other way. Luke Steffen will get there for Roseville in the corner. Gets some help from Landon as he comes in. And then Landon is rammed into the boards hard and goes down. And he's a little slow getting up. And here comes Stillwater. Here's Vanek over the line. He takes a shot and a save made by Keeley. We're going to get a face-off in the Roseville zone with 5:26 to go in the opening period. No score, no penalties so far. Vanek's hit along the boards on Landon Steffen, probably the best physical hit of the night by the Ponies to this point anyhow. 5:26 to go in the first. Puck down. And it is played down the wall. Going after it is Meyer in the corner. And now behind the net, the Ponies. Scusa has it there looking to center, and Malloy comes back deep for it. And he flips it ahead. It's going to go the length of the ice, and that will be icing on Roseville with 5:07 left in the opening period. Rogers and Champlin Park just underway as well. The Royals, interesting team. Good skill, but not a lot of goal scoring, but they have taken the lead on Champlin Park 1-0 in that game. We saw Rogers, of course, extensively over the holidays. Now Stillwater trying to poke the puck in front of the net, and Myers can't get to it. Not on the near side. Here comes 2-on-1 deep. Landon Steffen closing, shooting, and he Put it over the top. And it wound up going into the netting. And he had a 2-on-1 down low with Luke Steffen. And he used him as the bluff, I guess you could say. The decoy. Face off with 4:49 left in the opening period. Kellen O'Rourke is on for the draw against Ben Peterson. Now clean face-off win, and here's Heights throwing it across for Villela, and it was tipped by Jax McGlynn before it could get to him, and now McGlynn comes out. O'Rourke takes him wide, but carrying on. The Ponies center, and that is intercepted as Volkman tried to get the puck forward. Here comes a 3-on-2 now for Roseville. Centering pass, and tied up there was Colin Sundin. Played around on the far side for Wenner, and Stillwater will come back. Roski at center, and it's knocked away from him, and now Villela throws a hit in against the boards and takes the puck for good measure. He will angle it on into the zone, 4:15 to go behind the net. Here's Roski for Stillwater. He is being harassed there by Sundin. Now down into the corner, and Cry after it there for Roseville. It comes to the right point. A one-time shot is knocked wide by Peterson. And now play to the left corner. Here's Sundin centering it up the slot. A shot and a pad save on Gale. Follow-up drive goes wide from Heights. Couple of good chances there for Roseville. And now Stillwater out with 3:45 to go in the first period. They'll carry over the line, and that comes to grief along the boards as Roseville tries to find a way forward through Cry, and they do. Now playing at the neutral ice. Line change, and now here's Stillwater back in over the line. A pass tip before it can get to Harvey. And then cleared around behind the goal on the far side. It's Kingbay after it as the first line is out there for Stillwater with 3:20 to go. Kingbay up the wall, and now he's forced to come out to center ice. Drops it there for Kane, and over the line he comes. Kane taken in against the boards. Puck runs towards the right point. Players from both teams in. Now it's played back deep into the corner. And Stillwater comes off the wall with it. Centering pass is going to be blocked by Heights, and he clears to center. 2-on-2 over the line. There's a wingboard shot and a stick save made there by Reedy. And that was off of Luke Steffen. Here's Malloy back in front. Luke Steffen scores! He goes top shelf. And Luke Steffen has scored his 17th goal, assisted by Malloy, and it's 1-0. 17th goal for Steffen. Malloy set him up by stealing the puck high in the slot. 14:12 is the time of the goal. And it is 1-0 Roseville. Now Landon Steffen from the faceoff plays it back into the Roseville zone. And the defenders will play catch there. Here is Landon Steffen laying it into the Stillwater zone. After it there, Bernier. And he goes behind the net, played to the right point. That's going to be held in there by Riley Lackner for Roseville. He takes a seat as he plays it behind the net. And we're going to get our first penalty of the game as a result, as Lackner body check to the ice without the puck. Probably interference. We'll see what they call here. Or it might be a straight rough. In any event, it's a power play for Roseville as Stillwater's Kylainen will head off. Time of the penalty, 14:32. And it's a Roseville power play. Raiders 13 for 51 on the power play. That is a 25.5% clip. And Stillwater's killed off 26 out of 34. That's 76.5.
His 17th goal this season. Number 16, Luke Steffen. Versus number 14, Tommy Malloy.
Now from the faceoff, they've added a second assist to Landon Steffen. But we know Malloy made the play happen. Behind the net, back in. It's center pass, and they score! That's Landon Steffen. And it's 2-0 Roseville. Power play goal. Took only 12 seconds of power play time. And Landon Steffen has scored his 21st goal. 14:44, so it's 2 goals in 32 seconds for Roseville, and they have the lead now, 2-0. So Roseville behind the 8 ball a bit here as it's played back deep into the Roseville end. 2:07 to go in the period. The puck comes out to center ice. Wenner backing up, and Luke Steffen now feeds it across, and it's offside.
Scoring for Roseville on the power play. His 21st goal of the season. Number 11, Landon Steffen. Single assist to number 16, Luke Steffen.
Landon Steffen from Luke Steffen. They've heard that before here, and they don't mind it a bit. Here is Kane. Starting up, 1:48 to go in the first period. And now it dribbles wide of the goal, and back for it there is Heights. And a rink-wide pass will come into the Roseville zone with 1:35 to go in the period. As the Ponies reverse behind the goal, going to be picked up there by Gale. Plays up the far side, and now a one-touch pass to the middle is going to be intercepted at center ice and drop back into the zone and have to chase after it. Gale there, along with Will Kane. Now it's played all the way down the ice. And no icing indicated there as Meyer will stop behind the net. 1:09 to go in the first period. Meyer starts up, feeds the far side, and here comes Roseville over the line. And it is played down deep, last minute of play as O'Rourke tries to center, comes in front. Here's a chance for Villela, and a great pad save there by Reedy. Came across and took it from him. Loose into the corner. 48 seconds to go. Villela off the wall. He goes behind. He centers it, and it winds up off the goaltender and loose in front. And Stillwater carries to center ice. Nearly 3 there for Roseville. Batchelor hits the line. 35 seconds to go. Rink-wide pass in the Roseville zone and cleared around behind the net to the near side and finally back out to center. Back into the Stillwater zone. Here's Spetz, and he banks one out to center ice. Batchelor will carry it over the line with 20 seconds to go. Batchelor throws it across. Here's a chance, a shot. Winds up going wide of the goal there. And now runs towards the right point. Stillwater at center ice, losing possession, and over the line, Roseville. This is Luke Steffen, and a nice piece of defense there by Spetz with 4 seconds to go. He claims the puck, and then Landon Steffen takes him to the boards as the first period comes to an end. And our score here after 1 is Roseville 2, Stillwater nothing. Goals in the first period coming just 32 seconds apart. Luke Steffen at 14-12. Landon Steffen on a power play. He's got the shots. Shots were 9 apiece. We played 1. We're going to flood and come back with a second period next. It's 2-0 Roseville here on the Youth Hockey Hub. back at Roseville Arena after one period of play. Penalty box is empty. No penalties in the first, or one penalty, I should say, in the first period, resulted in a power play goal. Luke Steffen, 17th goal at 14-12. Landon Steffen's 21st goal at 14-44. And that has Roseville staked to a 2-0 lead. Other scores, get to them here. Matamidi up 2 on Tartan. For the first period, Chanhassen has defeated Prior Lake 4-1. Osseo up 2 on Blaine at Fogarty. Cretin-Durham Hall has scored 4 in the first period against Moundsview at TCO, so the Raiders looking good here. Rogers 3-1 over Champlin Park. For the first period of play, Princeton and Little Falls, it's 2-1 for the Tigers there. Other games tonight, Eden Prairie is taking on Holy Family. That game would have just started about 20 minutes ago. Forest Lake at Park Cottage Grove. St. Michael Albertville plays Wyzetta tonight. That game going on as well. East Ridge and White Bear Lake playing a game at Aldrich tonight. All right, ready to go here with the second period. Teams change ends and attack toward their benches. So Stillwater attacks right to left as we call the second period for you. It'll be Luke Steffen facing off against King Bay. And now from the draw, Stillwater in control. Jeff Pappas with you with a call here from Roseville Arena. Now out to center ice, and it's going to be picked up by Luke Steffen and brought back in offside. Face-off after only 12 seconds of play here in period number 2. Looking ahead for these teams, Roseville at East Ridge on Saturday, at Forest Lake on January the 16th, and then home against Park Cottage Grove. They got 4 of their next 5 games on the road after tonight. And over the line, here's Landon Steffen shooting, and that's deflected over the top, and we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. After 24 seconds. Now from the draw, it's loose to the boards, and Malloy there trying to come off the wall, and, Landon Steffen, he shoots, and that goes wide. Now Malloy after it in the near corner. He centers, that's blocked and played back behind the net by King Bay. Stillwater will break out up the far wing. Rink-wide pass to the near side is picked up there by Hyber at the blue line. Pass to the left, Landon Steffen. Now to Malloy. He's over the line, and it's offside. A late call there, but rush was whistled down offside. Face-off coming up with 16:06 now to go in the first period. Stillwater, after tonight, returns home for 2 in a row. They play Moundsview on Saturday and Hill Murray next Tuesday. They have 5 of their next 6 at home before they finish their season with 5 of their last 7 on the road. Played back into the Stillwater zone, and Spetz on the turn feeds it, and it's picked up there by Vanek, and he is ushered to the boards, and now it's played in. Villela chasing after it, but he is going to be headed off there behind the net by Wyatt Carroll for Stillwater. Now played up the near wing and out to center. Stick goes flying. Puck comes back into the zone. It turns out it was Villella's stick. Now pass to center ice. Villela tried to throw a hit, missed his mark. Now it comes back into the Roseville zone and behind the net to the near corner. Played back behind the goal for Kylainen. Near circle, Vanek shoots. Post. Solid goal post to the right. And puck to the wall now. It's dug out there by Bernier. Tries to throw it in front. It's loose in the crease, and Keeley is the first one to find it, and he gets the glove on it for the stoppage. 1:54 gone here in the second period. And to completely reset the net here as the little fracas in front of the goal there. Wound up moving the net off both of its magnets. All right, ready to go now. We're going to face off to the left of the Roseville goal. And from the draw, it's onto the goaltender, and Keeley again making the save, David Calderon. Opportunity there, 4 goals on the season. Face-off pulled to the corner. Calderon along the wall, goes behind the net, and it's past Wenner, picked up there and banked out to neutral ice. Malloy had a poke at it, and now here is Luke Steffen. And then he tried to split 2 defenders and lost possession. Stillwater back in the zone. Shot from a sharp angle, hits the outside of the goal. And now to the left point, here's a shot that's deflected off the skate of the defender Malloy from Wenner. Now Hyber plays it up the boards and out to center. They'll go off the boards here. Malloy digging after it, and there's a solid bump thrown by Hyber as he knocks Calderon in against the boards. Now back behind the net. Stillwater in possession, but winning the battle in front. A centering pass. They score! They picked one off and went in deep, and Jesse Gale is there to swat it home, and it's 3-0 Roseville. That is Gale's first goal of the season. And it comes at 2 minutes and 51 seconds, and it's now 3-0 Roseville. Little Black Keys playing here after the goal from the Raiders. 3-0 comes out to center ice, and it's picked up there by Dan Cheetah. He lost possession, and now Stillwater back in over the line. A shot sails over the top from McGlynn. Long carom, and it's going to be picked up and played all the way down the ice by Cray, and it's going to come on goal. Let's get the announcement. Landon Steffen. Now we have a player down in front of the boards, and we're going to get an elbowing penalty coming. Stillwater's going to get a power play here at 3:23 of period number 2. And it is going to be Cheetah going for Roseville. First power play for Stillwater, and on the season they are 5 for 41. That's 12%. And Roseville's penalty kill, 70.8%, 34 out of 48. Face-off coming to the left of Dylan Keeley. And they'll do it again, but this time Stillwater will not have their centerman. And it'll be Tucito coming in to take this face-off. And Malloy in the corner will bank it around to the near side. Picked up and cleared to center on the wrong side of Landon Steffen, but he'll chase after it, and that will cause a little trouble for Roski behind the goal as he falls. And the Steffens are suddenly on them like cheap suits as the puck comes out to center ice. Now played over the line and controlled by Tucito in the corner. He lost possession, but it dribbles onto the left point. Now around behind the net. Malloy with a shove there for King Bay. And now it's in the corner, dropped towards the right point. A centering pass, picked up, backhanded shot goes wide by King Bay. Now to the left point it comes, pinching in there, Wyatt Carroll threw it across, blocked by Malloy, but it comes to the right point. Minute 10 remaining in the power play, and Stillwater buzzing here. Here's a shot from the circle, and that winds up deflected down. A shot and a save made by Keeley. Good opportunity there against King Bay as it comes to the right point. Roski has it now, and he's in the high slot, feeds it over to the right wing boards. Here's King Bay beside the net. Dustin, Roski closing in, lost it, and then left it there for Dustin along the boards. 40 seconds in the power play. Dustin heading towards the right point, playing it down for King Bay. Malloy thought about it, but then stayed in the low left corner of the box. Now it comes to the high slot. Here's a shot right on to Keeley from Dan Roski, and a faceoff coming. 30 seconds of power play remaining, and Stillwater looking to get on the board. For the record, Tuxedo leads them in goal scoring with 11 and in points with 16. Stillwater has scored 49 goals in their 11 games. Now from the draw, it comes towards the right point. And to the near side, here's a shot that goes off the defender, Lackner, off Blake Vanek's stick. Pass over to the far side as Stillwater changing its power play unit. Skuza along the boards, throws it in front, it's deflected. Oh, what a nice try there by Einen. Standing just outside the crease, was able to deflect the puck, but he put it right into the chest of Keeley and was able to make the stop. 11:48 to go in the second. 12 seconds of power play left for the Ponies. That's 3-0 Roseville. They drop it, and Stillwater controls. Shot deflected wide. And the stick there of Vanek, and now it's picked up along the wall and clear but not out. Finally it does come to center, and here's O'Rourke as Roseville comes back to full strength. O'Rourke over the line, comes to the front of the net, and then it's steered away by Reedy off to the far side boards. And here's a steal and played back behind the net, but I think, well, it was deflected as Cheetah came in right out of the penalty box and will get a face-off. We played 5 minutes and 35 seconds of the second period. Landon Steffen, with 38 points coming into this game, now has 41 with a goal and 2 assists. From the draw, played off the wall, held in there by Cray. Now back down into the corner, backhanded by Harvey behind the net, and Stillwater will set up shop behind their goal. Here they come. Over the line, that's a nice move. Here's a shot and a save made. Follow-up chance for Skuza. Winds up going wide. And now the puck picked up on the left boards by Cray. Cheetah trying to track it down in the center circle and can't. Here comes Stillwater right back in. Pass over to the right side, and cutting for the net there was Calderon, and they couldn't get it to him. Now Calderon in the near circle lost possession, and it's picked up and cleared by Gale. One of the captains of this Roseville team, getting his first goal of the season earlier in the period. Now picked up by Kane, and he comes over the line for Stillwater. Kane to the circle, fires right on, and a save by Keeley. A faceoff coming up. 10:28 to go. Defense be giving up that blue line a little bit too easy there, but good turn of speed by Kane, and he wound up putting a shot on goal that Keeley was able to handle with minimal difficulty. 10:28 to go. In the second period, Ben Peterson will face off for Seattle, and the puck is for Stillwater, and it's picked up at center ice by where does that stuff come from, I wonder? Now played into the zone, and that is Landon Steffen centering it, and it's blocked, picked up by Peterson, and here comes Stillwater down the far wing. And they'll carry over the line. It's 2-on-2. Now it comes to the left of the goal. Finally behind the net, and McGlynn tried to chop it in front, and now lost to the corner. Here's Malloy along the near boards. Can't get to it. Turned back there by Peterson. And Stillwater will play to the near corner. Batchelor is steered in against the boards by Lackner. Batchelor with the puck. Dropping it to the right point. One-time shot. Glove catch made by Keeley, and a face-off coming up in the Roseville zone. So we're taking this game in bite-sized pieces. We're down to 9 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the second period of a 3-0 game. Luke Steffen, Landon Steffen, and Jesse Gale, the goal scorers. Late change here for Roseville. Now played back into the left corner, and that's Colin Heights. That comes out to center ice. Wenner dropping it back deep in his zone. Luke Steffen on the forecheck, and it's just like you're asking for it when you leave the puck deep there. Now the puck is played up the middle and out to center ice, picked up by Malloy and played right back in. That will be icing, though, as he was on his own side of the center line. 9:26 to go. Coming up on the halfway point of regulation in this game. Roseville in their last game that we saw here on Youth Hockey Hub against Cretin-Derham Hall. Kind of raced off to a nice lead. It was 4-1, and they wound up having to settle for a 4-4 tie. Now a centering pass up the slot, a shot, and out to challenge. A save made there by Reedy on Egan Hyber. Now here comes Stillwater back through neutral ice. They hit the line, a pass across to the near side to Cito, and then a shot from the wing boards right on. Keeley makes the save, and another face-off coming. But the shots that Stillwater is getting here in the second period are from outside the dots for the most part, with the exception of the deflection on their power play. Face off to the right of Keeley, and it's pulled between the point men and back out to center. Here's Kane. Over the line. Kane takes a hit, picked up there, and here is Villela playing it ahead, and it bounced over Sundin's stick. Back into the Stillwater end. And they'll start up now. And play it ahead, and it's going to come to the right of the goal. And after it there is Lackner, and he wound up losing out. The good hustle from Bernier. A centering pass, scramble, and it's going to be picked up and played to the left edge. Finally, Lackner will take it to safety and ring it around on the boards. We have a penalty coming here as the puck is touched with 8:16 to go in the first period. A high stick is coming, and it's going to go against Stillwater, I believe. Yes, that is the case, and the penalty is on Blake Vanek. 8:44, just past the halfway mark. Second power play for Roseville. Their first one lasted only 12 seconds before they scored a goal. Face-off one. It comes to the left point, and here's Malloy feeding it to the far boards, and now Malloy has to back out as the puck is tipped out to neutral ice. And here's Batchelor trying to go deep, and Malloy will take him in against the boards. Malloy played defense most of his career here at Roseville prior to moving to center on that line with the Steffens. Now, nice work there in deep by Stillwater to kill a few seconds. Here's Malloy behind the net, leaves it in the left corner, and it's picked up and carried out by Heights to Malloy. Rink-wide pass to the left, and it's tipped ahead by Kellen O'Rourke along the boards. Now O'Rourke slings it back to Heights. It's on the line, and it comes out to center. Now Landon Steffen plays it back across, and here's a drop pass. Luke Steffen in the circle. O'Rourke breaks for the net. Now Malloy in the high slot, feeding it over to the near circle. 1 minute remaining in the power play. Landon Steffen across for Luke. It's deflected, and he picks it up along the boards in the far corner. Malloy in the high slot, fires, just missed the net. Rebound, O'Rourke loose at the right edge. They whack away at it, and they score! Luke Steffen, second goal of the game. Roseville 2 for 2 on the power play, and it is 4-0 Raiders. Time of the goal, 9:59. Roseville's power play is on song tonight, and they lead it 4-0. And there's a discussion going on now on one of the Stillwater bench as to whether that puck was frozen or not.
Scoring for Roseville on the power play, number 16, Luke Steffen. First assist, number 11, Landon Steffen. Second assist, number 27, Kellen.
So O'Rourke gets an assist. And another helper for Landon Steffen, who's now got 4 points on the night. He's been involved in all 4 goals as it's played in from center. Less than 7 minutes to go here in the second period, and things are going all Roseville's way at the moment. A 4-0 lead, and now here's a shot from the high slot by Lackner. And Reedy saw it all the way, and a face-off coming up. With 6:39 left in the second period. Gale and Luke Stefan scored the goals here in the second period, and it's a 4-0 advantage for Roseville. Lackner feeding it across to the left point. Here's a shot that goes wide. Follow-up off the inboards is frozen. It's the puck in to Prentice Meyer, and he took the shot that wound up causing trouble. Again, tomorrow night from Bloomington Ice Garden, Friday Night Ice. 2 games for you on tap. And we're going to get time out here, I think. That would appear to be the case. Stillwater takes its time out with 6 minutes and 32 seconds to go in the second period. Which will give us a chance to hit refresh on the scoreboard and see how we're doing here tonight. Got a few more finals for you. Park Rapids winning tonight over Red Lake Falls 5-3. Moorhead 3, St. Cloud 1 at the Municipal Complex in St. Cloud. Warroad over Crookston 7-0 at the Gardens. Already mentioned Duluth East over Brainerd 4-1. Spring Lake Park 1-0 in overtime over Bloomington Jefferson. Minnetonka's added another goal against Buffalo. They lead that 5-0 now. Northern Lakes and Greenway up at Hodgins Berardo. One of my favorite places, 2-2. Matamidi up 4 on Tartan now. 4-0 at the St. Croix Valley Rec Center. Cretin-Durham Hall 6-1 over Mounds View. In the second period, Rogers leading Champlain Park 3-1. Wyzetta has scored twice against St. Michael Albertville in the early going. It's Princeton over Little Falls 4-3. A look at the scoreboard. Face-off coming to the right of the goal as the timeout is over. And now played behind the net. Roseville gaining possession. Shot from a sharp angle. Hits the side of the net. And finally will come out to center ice. And it's played by Villela back here. Check that. 14 would be Tommy Malloy back into the zone behind the net. Here's Landon Stefan, who's done it all tonight. Stefan sidesteps a check on the end line, goes back behind the net. Finally, he is knocked in against the boards. Luke Stefan back to Landon behind the net. He goes down, and referee not interested. Now the puck comes through to the near side, and Stillwater, with less than 6 minutes to go in the period, comes to center. Lackner after it, but getting there first is Tucito. He centers it, save made, loose puck in front, picked up by Meyer. And they can't clear out of the zone. Now Stillwater comes in deep. Here's a shot, and that from Dustin winds up going out of play as Riley Lackner came across to try to block the shot, but it wound up going out of play anyhow. Face-off coming up with 5:44 to go. Now from the draw, here's a shot, save made, follow-up, and trying to clear it there for Roseville's Hyber couldn't do it. Now cleared off to the far boards and Heights. Winds up going up the boards to the right point, shot off the traffic, now controlled here by Einan, who plays it behind the net. And Stillwater will try again from his knees, a centering pass from Harvey. Here's a shot, and a glove catch made off the drive from Spetz at the top of the right circle. And we'll get a face-off in the Roseville zone. Now from the draw, it's picked up by the Ponies at the left point. Here's a shot, a stick save off Carroll. Comes to the near boards, 5:14 to go in the period. 4-0 Roseville. And now in the right corner, Malloy after it. Lost possession, centering pass, loose in front. And Blake Vanek had a whack at it, but wasn't able to knock it home. Now played out to center. Here comes Malloy back for Roseville. He's over the line, leaves a drop. Here's a shot by Luke Stefan. And a follow-up chance. Save made, the puck up the slot. Picked up and shot right on by Meyer. And a face-off coming up as Roseville putting on some pressure here. Looking for a fifth goal. 4:48 to go in the second period. And we'll get a face-off coming up in the Stillwater end. Now a face-off win for Landon Steffen. Played down by Meyer. Centering pass to the circle. Winds up at the right point, and a shot by Lackner. Goes off the traffic. Cleared around behind the net. Stillwater after it there in the corner. And Will Kane tries to play it up the wall. And now Peterson takes it behind the goal for the Ponies. 4.5 minutes to go in the second period. Now they're again having trouble behind the net. Luke Steffen in on the forecheck. And now it's played up the near wall. Landon Steffen gets it along the half board, sidesteps a check there, looking to center it, but keeps it instead. Here's a spin and shoot by Luke Steffen that goes wide. Now in the corner, Landon throwing a hit. And now Luke comes in. He's knocked off the puck. And now finally it's cleared ahead, and Stillwater will rink wide to center ice with less than 4 minutes to go in the period. Here's a shot, stick save, but a rebound. Let free by Keeley, and it's a two-handed swipe there for Landon Steffen to center ice. Now picked up and carrying on is Gale. He plays it in. Under 4 minutes to go in the second period. As Stillwater rounds the net with a puck, and now a pass is going to get by everyone and come deep. That'll be an icing call. .335 to go. It was sort of the Denny Lemieux version of icing there. The puck come down. Bang, before the other guys, nobody there. One of the immortals, of course, from Slapshot. And we got play behind the net. 3.5 minutes to go, and Stillwater will bank one off the wall to center. It's turned back there by Heights. Now played rink wide into the Roseville zone, and Hyber will bank it off the wall, running along the line. And Stillwater will carry it back in, cutting to the slot. Calderon, and then he lost the puck, drops it back to the left point. Here's Wenner shooting, and the referee lost sight of the puck. He blew it dead. And that was a quick whistle, but the referee admitting that, it was him. But when he loses sight of the puck, he's supposed to blow the whistle. And puck clearly not frozen, but a break there for Roseville. We're going to face off with 3:11 to go, and picked up there by Hyber. Now backhanded to center ice, and Jovan Fowler goes after it, and he's out there to throw his weight around, and Wenner pays the price for that, as now loose along the wall is Jovan Fowler, a good physical player. Now he's got the puck. He's over the line, and Fowler looking to center it. That's blocked, and it winds up behind the net. And with 2:40 to go, Stillwater will try again up the near wing, and it comes out to center. Poke check there, and here's Fowler coming back. Got two wings with him. Fowler over the line. It's poke checked off his stick, and then he throws a hit in against the corner boards. He is fun to watch. And it comes out to the... Oh, Malloy is decleated in front of the net as he tried to steal a puck and come in. And he was low bridge there. Now here's a shot, or a pass rather, from Meyer. And over the line comes Stillwater. Scusa tries to center it. Picked off there by Lackner with 2:10 to go. Here is Luke Steffen over the line. Takes a shot. Save made by Reedy off the glass. Comes up the slot. Oh, and nearly pumped back by who else? Landon Steffen. Now played along the wall, and Stillwater out to center ice. Turned back there by Lackner, but then he lost the puck. It's loose in the center circle. Here's Luke Steffen over the line. Landon cuts for the net. Here's the pass to him, and it's tipped wide. Out of the far boards, Ponies get possession, and it comes out to center ice. Kingbay over the line. Kingbay cuts to the slot, centers it, comes through for Dustin along the near boards. Centering pass intercepted but not cleared by Landon Steffen, who's had a long shift there. Now he's thrown in against the boards by Tucito, and the puck scrapped forward with 90 seconds to go in the period. That's 2 against 1 there. Both the 11s in, Tucito and Steffen along with Lackner. Now Kingbay comes in to try to help out. A centering pass comes up the slot, and a shot goes wide. Good chance for Dustin, but he couldn't put it on frame. And now out to center. Here comes O'Rourke over the line. He leaves a drop pass. Shot, save, rebound, none. And a face-off coming as Reedy made the save and flopped on the rebound with 1:03 to go in the second period. 4-0 Raiders as we play the last minute here of the second period. Statistically, this period's been the toughest one for Roseville. They've allowed 41 goals this season. 20 of them have come in the second periods of their games. Now played rink wide back into the Roseville zone. And with 55 seconds to go, it's loose in the corner. Sundin in there trying to help, and it's finally picked up and carried out by Roseville. Here's Heiber at center ice. He will shoot it in. O'Rourke will chase after it. He'll get there first. Behind the net now, it's going to be off to the corner, and Harvey throwing a hit there for Stillwater. Picked up finally by Spetz behind the goal with 34 seconds to go. A pass to the blue line is kicked to the middle by Villela, and now here comes Stillwater back in. Here's a shot and a glove catch off Kylainen by Dylan Keeley. So we'll get a draw with 25 seconds to go in the period in the Roseville zone. We'll see what Stillwater has in store in the third period. And it's a good team. They're 8-2, but they have been challenged pretty severely here by Roseville. We'll see what their third period brings. Lackner behind the net, played ahead by Meyer to center ice. Here comes Landon Steffen. Luke breaking for the net. Landon Steffen fires. Save made, and the puck is loose at the right edge. Finally picked up, and here comes Stillwater back. 10 seconds to go in the period. They hit the line. Harvey centers it. Score! Kylainen and Stillwater with 3 seconds to go in the second period is on the board. Sixth goal for Einen, and it comes at 16 minutes and 56 seconds. And that's the perfect break for Stillwater right before the intermission to go in on a high note. And that's it for the second period. And our score after two, Roseville 2, Stillwater 1. Gale and Luke Steffen for Roseville. Einen for Stillwater. We'll take a break to resurface. We'll get the shots here. Roseville at 13. Stillwater at 18 shots in the second period for a total of 27. All right, we're going to resurface the ice and come back with our third next. This is high school hockey here on the Youth Hockey Hub. 4-1 for the Raiders as we get ready for the third period. Jeff Pappas with you as we get ready for the last 17. Luke Steffen twice, Landon Steffen and Jesse Gale for Roseville. Kyle Einen for Stillwater. With 4 seconds to go in the second period. Shots in the second period, 18-13 for Stillwater. 27-22 through 2 periods of play, and Dylan Keeley continuing to play well. Hermantown is tied with St. Cloud Cathedral 1-1 after 2 periods. It has been almost 10 years since Hermantown has lost a regular season game to a Class A school, according to a Youth Hockey Hub Twitter account, which certainly has no reason to lie to us. And we are ready for the start of the third period. 17 minutes on the board, and Stillwater with a big task ahead of them. King Bay will face off against Malloy. Excuse me, this is going to be Kellen O'Rourke. Malloy is now back on defense. And the teams are being directed back to their benches. Sure what's happening here, but the officials are gathered at the scorer's table. Teams are ready to start the third period, and then all of a sudden we're told to go back to their benches. I don't know if there's a problem with the ice or what it is. I don't see any wet spots out there. Not to say they aren't there, but gives Alex Reedy a chance to stretch out a little more. Now they're going to have, this has to be an ice problem. If they're having the teams go out and warm up again, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's what they're having them do, as going to have them windmill a few times here, and we see if that does any good, but doesn't look like we're any closer to starting this game, the third period, than we were 5 minutes ago. Now we'll take a look at some of the other scores pass along tonight. We mentioned Hermantown 1-1 in their game with St. Cloud Cathedral. Osseo 2-0 over Blaine at Fogarty. Minnetonka 6-0 over Buffalo. Northern Lakes is pulled ahead of Greenway 3-2. Matamidi now up 4-1 on Tartan. Now we're getting everybody back to their benches, and that might have been it. Cretin-Durham Hall has defeated Moundsview 7-1, final score there. And Rogers and Champlin Park still 3-1 for the Royals. I guess we're ready to start now. Here we go. Third period's underway. Now played back into the Roseville zone from the faceoff, and Malloy goes behind the goal. Gets around on the near side, and it's going to run to center ice, and here comes O'Rourke leaving a drop pass. Landon Steffen centers it, and that's intercepted by Tucito, and it's picked up now by the Stillwater captain, and now played rink wide. Here's O'Rourke dropping it back into his zone. To center ice. Played in by Luke Steffen, and he heads for the bench. Roski in control for Stillwater. Long pass to center ice. And now played back to the blue line and controlled finally by Roski, playing it into the Raiders' end. Back for it is Hyber behind the goal. He plays it up the middle, and Stillwater will come in off their line change. And here's Bernier taking a shot and deflected out of play. 51 seconds gone in the third period. From the face-off, it comes to the circle and goes out of play. So that was about 3 seconds we won't get back. 16:01. From the draw, picked up by the Raiders, and they carry down the near wing. And this is Villela playing it around behind the net, and is controlled now by Morgan Spetz for Stillwater. Spetz to center ice. And now he's over the line with a full head of steam. Spetz centers it. It comes up the slot and finally picked up, and here come the Raiders back. Down the near wing, Villela fakes the shot, goes over the line, tries to go around the defender Carroll, which didn't work out for him. And now finally the puck is picked up by Carroll, and he plays it back to center ice. Here's Villela at the center line. He shoots it in, and it goes wide of the goal. Picked up by Carroll, who'll bring it around the net. Long pass to neutral ice is intercepted. Here comes Luke Steffen back in. Playing it ahead for Landon behind the goal, and he goes down as he slipped going in. And Wyatt Carroll after it. Now he picked up along the boards and controlled by Bernier for Stillwater to center ice. Vanek over the line, and now they'll work in. Trying to center it with Vanek camped in front. They couldn't get the puck to him. They come off the wall. A centering pass loose at the right edge. Vanek had a whack at it. Penalty coming. And it's going to go against Roseville. We have a cross-checking penalty, I believe, indicated. And it is going to go against Roseville. And it's on Malloy. Time of the penalty is 2:11 of the third period. Power play number 2 for Stillwater, 0 for 1 so far. They have the puck now in the high slot. Roski feeding it over to the far side. Now Roski on a one-time shot. That is blocked in front, and it steered off to the near boards. Raiders get it and clear. Now played back into the Roseville zone, but then cleared. And Stillwater will have to go back for it. 14:20 to go. Roski. Carroll at center, and over the line they come. Centering pass, up the slot, shot right on. Rebound is cleared as Tucito with a good chance for Stillwater. Now it runs to the blue line and is cleared back behind the net. After it there for Stillwater is Brody Dustin. Now dropped to the right point, and here's a shot deflected that goes wide. The point shot from Roski, and now loose along the far boards. It's going to come to the corner, and here is Heights behind the net. Halfway through the power play, 13:45 to go, 4-1 Roseville. Now played to the high slot. Here's a drive, and that is deflected off the stick of Roski. And Stillwater holds possession. Roski again at the right point. Working to the high slot. Feeds the near circle. Centering pass. Ooh, a tip attempt went wide. Carroll picks it up along the far wall. He goes to Roski. High in the slot again. Roski back over to Carroll. 33 seconds to go in the power play. Carroll shoots. Stick save Keeley. Off to the boards on the far side. And this is Tucito after it. He picks it up. Does a swing in front. A centering pass is picked off and cleared. And with 18 seconds to go on the power play, time for maybe one more rush as Roski will stop behind the net. 10 seconds in the power play. Pass up the middle is deflected and cleared, but it winds up right in the stomach of McGlynn. Now played back into the zone, and Meyer goes after it for Roseville as the penalty comes to an end. Centering pass comes up the slot. Ponies trying to turn that possession, and now it comes out to center ice as Winner will play it back in. 12:39 to go. Centering pass loose in front as Ben Peterson tried to take a swipe at it, and it wound up underneath Keeley. We'll get a face-off. The face-off, it winds up behind the net. Lackner after it. Now cleared up the near boards as Roseville's at full strength. Here's Spets back in his zone. To Winner, and he has trouble with it. And Cray will come on him and watch him from across the net. Now it's played back into the Roseville zone, picked out of the air by Lackner and played back to center ice. Fowler backhands one ahead, and now a bump thrown there by Charlie Cray as it comes back into the Raiders' end. Less than 12 minutes to go now. And Stillwater still needing the same three they needed at the start of the period. Now played back into their zone, and after it there is Morgan Spets. Long pass to center ice. And over the line, here's Vanek. And it winds up in the equipment of Keeley, who will get a stoppage with 11:40 to go. Now from the face-off, it's behind the Roseville net, and a bump thrown there against the wall as the puck rolls to the left point. Luke Steffen can't get out. Now winds up behind the net, and going after it there is Heights. Now to the left edge, it comes in front, and now it's knocked back behind. Heights feeding over to the far wall, tipped at there by Luke Steffen, and it comes to center. Here's Landon Steffen, and he will come in 1-against-5. Sharp angle shot, hits the outside of the net. And now behind the goal, it's controlled by Kane. Pass up the far wing, and a rink-wide pass to center ice for Blaine Batchelor. Now finally cleared. It gets past Luke Steffen. It'll go the length of the ice, and that will be icing on Stillwater with 10:47 remaining. Face-off coming back to the right of the goal. Now played off the wall and down from Winner, loose to the circle. And then they're going to try to cycle out of the corner. Malloy in there to throw a hit. And coming in to help out is Scusa for Stillwater. Winds up behind the net now, and it runs up the boards. Tipped out by Villela. And then played rink wide back into the Stillwater zone. After it there is Roski. He stops behind the cage. Just over 10 minutes left. Long pass up the near wing is tipped down at center ice by Gale and finally played back in. Loose to the corner. Gale going back for it deep, and now it's up the wall. Roseville trying to clear it out. We got a whistle behind the play. We have a hand pass call. It's going to bring it all the way back into the Stillwater zone with 10:02 to go here in the third period. Face-off coming now to the right of the Stillwater goal, and a clean face-off win. Here's a shot that is blocked from the face-off, and a race for it to Cito and Hyber. And now picked up at center ice, picked up by King Bay, and now played in, and we have a stoppage. We're going to get a penalty here, I'm pretty sure. Officials discussing. And we have athletic trainers out too, so we'll maybe it's a simple injury and without a penalty here as King Bay is heading off towards the bench. Well, no infraction, so we're going to face off with 9:50 to go. Face off will come outside the blue line with 9:50 to go. And Roseville in control. They bank it ahead. And it's missed as Carroll tried to play it down to the glove and has to backtrack for it. Now Spets feeding it to the left and now coming through neutral ice. Stillwater hits the line and a pass to the circle centered by Dustin and it winds up going through to the near boards. 9.5 minutes to go. Now played down behind the net. Dustin goes after it. And he's in a race there along the wall. Finally, the puck is cleared to center, and here comes Craze over the line. Craze, toe drag, gets between the defenders, and just unable to steer the puck towards the net. Picked up there by Tucito. He's over the line for Stillwater. Goes back behind the goal. He's taken out against the wall, comes to the far boards. Ponies feed the near circle. Here's a drive right on and a save made by Keeley off Scusa. Now to the far boards with 9 minutes to go, coming up on the halfway mark of the third period. If it's going to happen for Stillwater, it better happen quick. Now they come off the wall, and it's intercepted. Roseville able to carry to center ice, and it's picked up and played on into the zone by O'Rourke, who heads for the bench as they get a change. Harvey, Carroll, pass up the middle, tipped in deep. It's going to come right onto the goaltender, and we'll get a face-off as Keeley gets an easy cover with 8:36 left. Here in the third period. Luke Steffen twice, Landon Steffen and Gale for Roseville. Tylainen with a goal for Stillwater. Now from the draw, played to the right of the goal, and Heights plays it around on the far side. Now it's picked up and it's iced by Roseville, so we'll go back for another draw with 8:26 to go. Stillwater has used its timeout. They did that in the second period at the time the score was 4-0. Face-off coming up to the right of the Roseville goal and Dylan Keeley. Centering pass winds up going behind the net from the face-off, cleared around by Gale. And it's going to run rink wide right along the blue line. Finally picked up by Sundin and backhanded to center ice. Villela chasing it, and Sundin pokes it away. Comes to the blue line. Harvey across to the near wing, and that is going to be Gale at center ice diving. Now it's played on into the zone. Villela chasing after it. He goes to the corner, and he and Harvey will battle for it. Behind the net, Villela centers. It comes to the circle, and Sundin now played back behind the net as Will Kane goes after it with under 8 minutes to go. Long pass up the middle, and it's going to come all the way on goal. Now back behind the net. Roseville trying to play it up the wall. Sundin has it there, and Stillwater will carry back in. Here's Vanek with the defenders, and then goes to the right side, takes a shot, and it winds up going wide behind the net. To the left point it goes. Sundin picks it up. He's got an opening down the near wing, but he just lost the foot race there with Wenner. Now controlled by Roski for Stillwater. Played to the far boards and then shot into the zone. Malloy has it there as Stillwater changes with just over 7 minutes to play. Pass to center ice. Landon Steffen backhands it in. Hits one of the stanchions between the panes of plexiglass. Took a weird hop. Now here's Luke Steffen in the center circle carrying on Landon. And he is dumped at the blue line, picked up there by Batchelor for Stillwater. Now Luke Steffen throws a hit, and now the bodies are starting to fly a little bit. Landon Steffen comes back with a hit on his way to the bench. Now Roski sidestepping Luke Steffen, comes to center ice. Roski hits the line, comes to the circle, forced wide by Malloy. 6.5 minutes to go. Puck behind the net, cleared around on the far side. After it there is McGlynn. And then he lost out to Lackner, who clears it. It's going to come all the way back into the Stillwater zone, and there is no icing. 6:18 left. Outlet pass stolen away by Fowler. He comes in, throws it towards the net, and then Peterson will pick it off. Peterson, a long pass to center ice, and that is tipped by Tucito, and now controlled in the center circle by Cheetah, but then he lost out. Stillwater back, and here is Dustin. He's over the line. He closes in, and he puts it wide of the goal. Centering pass, loose at the left edge, and Roski couldn't reach it. Now banked ahead by Roseville. That will be icing from their own side of center ice with 5 minutes and 47 seconds to play in the third period. No scoring here in the third. Face-off coming up to the left of Dylan Keeley, who's been sharp tonight. 1 goal on 27 shots so far in the first 2 periods. Now behind the net, the Ponies will work it to the far side. And a diagonal pass to the right, picked up there by Spetz, and played down the wall and into the corner. Now it goes behind the net, and it's controlled there by Scusa. Shot from the point. Ooh, and that hit the outside of the net. Might have caught a piece of the goalpost. Now it's loose in the slot, and Tucito after it, and we get a whistle. We get a face-off coming up, and we've got a stick laying on the ice. .5:14 to go. Now played around behind the net by Einan, who has the goal for Stillwater. Still loose along the wall. Most of that's hidden from my view here. Now it's played back into the Stillwater zone. And going back behind the net is Kane. Luke Steffen peels off around him. Now comes to the near side, Harvey. To center ice. It's touched ahead by Bernier into the zone. Bernier goes after it, but Luke Steffen gets there first. Einan is in there to follow up. Now it comes out to center, and Stillwater clears the zone. They come back in on the right with 4:40 to go, and now a pass picked off, and here comes Landon Steffen, and he will flip it in deep. Steffen goes after it into the corner, waiting for help as Roseville is changing. Now Steffen 1 against 2 behind the net, doing a nice job there. It goes back behind, and Kane controls it for the Ponies with 4.5 minutes left. Cleared to center ice, and it hops the stick of Vanek and comes in deep. Malloy behind the net. And he is able to shoulder off Vanek. It comes out to center, and it's tipped. Finally picked up, and then falling in the zone was Landon Steffen. Now it's controlled by Scusa for Stillwater. Over the line, Scusa has to split the defense, and then is forced to the wall by Malloy. Behind the net with 4 minutes to go. Here's Tucito along the boards. Drop to the left point. Swings it over to the right. And a shot there from the point by Roski winds up in the corner. There's 4 minutes left now as we're going to get a penalty coming here against Roseville. I believe where the goaltender's off. That's rather more like it. And they go with 3:40 to go. The goaltender is pulled. And now a pass winds up behind the net. Scusa looks to center it, loose at the right edge. And now into the circle it comes. They'll scramble for it there. And played back to the left point. Stillwater with good pressure here. Here's Roski. Feeding it down low, and a shot hits the outside of the net. Going after it there is Tucito, and the puck is finally cleared, and we get a whistle. And the net has been dislodged. 3:16 to go, and again, Stillwater does not have its timeout. Stillwater needs 3, so the goaltender is gone with about 3.5 minutes to go. He picked up there by Peterson. Will take the face-off for Stillwater to the right of the Roseville goal. And now it winds up going behind the net, and it's going to be flipped ahead by Hyber, and it's going to come out to center ice. Finally played rink wide into the Stillwater zone, and this will be Spetz rounding the net with 3 minutes to go. His outlet pass is tipped by Villela. Back into the zone, and Heights clears. It winds up to center ice, and Peterson plays it back in. Delayed offside coming. Stillwater clears the zone. Now played back into the left corner, and they can't get out. It comes in front, and it's poked away at the last moment. Out to center ice, and here comes Spetz. He's over the line into the circle. Spetz goes behind the net. Comes out the far side, drops it to Carroll at the left point. His shot is deflected wide by Gale. Now they get it back. Here's Spetz over to Carroll. He works in, and his shot is deflected wide. And Roseville, anywhere will do right now. They pick it up and clear. It's going to go all the way down the ice. Might find the empty net, and it just goes wide. As Colin Heights made a bid for glory there. Now we'll get a face-off back in the Roseville zone with 2:17 left. Stillwater has had good possession and put on good pressure here in the last minute and a half since they pulled Reedy. Now the face-off puck comes to the left point, picked up there by Kane. Put it in front, blocked. Here's Landon Steffen, and he flips one. It's played down with a glove by Wenner. And now back into the Roseville zone. Raiders get it and flip one to center ice. 2 minutes to go as it's played into the zone. Here's a centering pass up the slot, and the shot winds up going wide off the stick of Einan. Now a centering pass. It's loose behind the net and cleared off to the far boards. Here is Luke Steffen. He picks it up and clears it all the way down the ice, and he just missed the empty net by about a foot. So 1:47 left, and we'll go right back for the face-off in the Ponies' offensive zone. Now from the draw, here is a centering pass by Kane. It goes all the way down the ice, and an empty net goal for Villela. He went the distance, his fourth goal, and Roseville has wrapped this one up with 1:40 to go. Time of this goal, 15:20. Or the only goal of the third period, and Roseville leads it 5-1 with 1:40 to go. And now it's at neutral ice, and that's got Reedy back in goal, obviously. And over the line, here comes Harvey. Gale gets the assist, so Gale came in with 2 points tonight and leaves with 4. Now a steal, and here comes Roseville back in, and a shot by Sundin is saved by Reedy. Over 1:10 to go. Now behind the net, puck controlled by Peterson in the corner, plays it up the wall, and now it's going to be dug out and played behind the net. Sharp angle shot, follow-up chance there as the puck goes behind the net. A good try for Carl Figgins there, getting a shift, and now with less than a minute to go, here comes Stillwater, and a nice play there by Fowler. Dances around a couple of defenders. Here's Fowler over the line, working to the circle. Fowler going behind the net. Comes out the near side. He centers it. It's loose at the right edge, and Reedy made a save. Now clear to the boards, and a hit thrown there by Elliot Marr, number 22, as it comes out to center ice. Raiders in possession. They play it right back into the zone, and Reedy will set it up behind the goal with 20 seconds to play as of right now. Loose in front, and it comes to the near side where Batchelor finally picks it up, and rink wides to center, and McGlynn couldn't play it. Now loose at center ice with 12 seconds to go, played into the Stillwater zone, and what an impressive win for Roseville tonight as they host the Stillwater Ponies and beat them by 5-1 as the game comes to an end. Roseville goes to 9-4-1. They get their first conference win here in the Suburban East, and they knock off the Ponies. We go to 8-3-1 and 3-2 in the Suburban East. 2 goals tonight for Luke Steffen. Landon Steffen had a goal and 3 assists. So Luke winds up with 2 goals and 1 assist tonight. Other goals, Jesse Gale's first of the year, and Jacob Villela into an empty net. And that does it for the scoring. Only goal for Stillwater tonight is Kyle Einan's, his 6th of the season. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night from Bloomington Ice Gardens for Friday Night Ice. 2 more good